guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started with our foundation. I am using the It Cosmetics CC Plus cream in the shades light and medium. While I was filming this, it was spring, so I wasn't quite tan, but I wasn't pale, so I just mixed the shades together to kind of get the accurate color I wanted. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade medium just to cover up some of those blemishes. And I'm just gonna buff that out with my foundation brush just to make sure everything blends nicely. Then I'm going to take my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette and I'm going to take the shade Light Cocoa and just press that under my eyes. It's not quite baking, but for the amount of time I was wearing this makeup, it did the job and it allowed me to not crease as much as I normally would. For the next part, I'm just going to set all of my face with the Airspun Translucent Powder just so I have a nice base when I start putting on my contour. And here I'm using the Cocoa Contour Palette again, but using the shade Medium Cocoa just to sculpt my cheekbones, and I'll go onto my jawline even a little bit, but then I'm going to go ahead and take my Kabuki brush and use Dark Cocoa just to deepen and add a little bit more depth and dimension in my cheekbones. Once again, you're just going to want to go ahead and buff that all out just so you don't have any harsh lines and everything blends flawlessly together. And then I'm going to go ahead and start contouring my nose. Now I'm just using an EcoTools blending brush just so I can get more even coverage, and then I can just buff all of that out with my Morphe brush, which I'm about to do right now. And then we're just going to go ahead and get started on our eyebrows. I'm going to be using the NYX Micro Pencil in this shade Espresso. And I'm just going to go ahead and start by outlining my eyebrow and then brushing it out and then filling it in with individual brush strokes and then continuing to brush it out until I get the desired feathered look I want. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in the arch with the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in this shade Espresso, just so it kind of creates that ombre effect that I'm going for. Then I'm going to use my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in the shade Medium to Dark, just so I can set my eyebrows and so they hopefully won't move all day. Following that, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Lorac Buildable Blush in Tint, and I'm just going to go ahead and stipple that onto the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to take my Anastasia That Glow Kit, and I'm just going to put that on my cheekbones, a little bit on my temple, and even on my Cupid's bow, just so I can get a little glow above my lip. Now I'm just going to bring out the oh-so-colorful Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to go ahead and take the teal color and apply that over my lid. I recommend using a flat brush for this just so you can get more of an even texture on your lid. I'm currently using a smudger brush because my other one was dirty. I'm now taking it under my eye and I'm just going to bring that out to both outer and inner corners. Now I'm going to take a lime green shade from the palette and I'm just going to wing that out, and I'm going to keep building that up so I can get better pigmentation from it. Then taking the royal blue shade from the palette, I'm going to put that on the outer corner of my eye to add a little bit more dimension and a nice gradient from dark to light blue. Taking a blending brush, I'm going to take the bright purple from the palette and sweep that under my lower lash line as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and blend that into the inner corner with a hot pink shade from the palette. And let me just tell you, this is definitely a look. You could leave it just like this if you wanted. Then I'm just going to go ahead and sweep the pink shade down in a triangular shape, just so I can bring that onto the cheekbones more and get more of the jester look that we're going for. I'm then taking the Mehron Paradise paint in black, and I'm going to outline my eyebrow and do individual brush strokes so we can get that inky kind of watercolor effect. Then taking that same body paint, I'm just sweeping that over the crease and winging it out like we did the eyeshadow. And I'm just going to thicken that line so it's bolder and has more definition. I'm then going to take the same eyeshadow that we used on the lid and sweep that right above that line just to add a little bit more of the effect that the face chart has. I'm also going to double up that line and bring a split fork motion into the inner corner. We are then going to take the pink eyeshadow from the palette and we're just going to make dashes away from the eye. What I like to consider this is a starburst effect. And then we're just going to add the pink eyeshadow over top of the liner as well, just to add a little bit more detail. Now we're just going to mimic the same effect from below the eye and put that on top of the eye. And we're going to create dashes from the inner eye going towards the eyebrow and continue that starburst effect. Now just taking our Graftobian Pro Paint in Magenta, we are going to go over those dashes with the paint on a detail brush. And what this is going to do is it's going to make our starburst pop more because of the dimension between the liquid color and the powder color. Next, we're just going to continue that over top of the eyes and add more dimension to the upper starbursts. Here, I'm just going to take my teal color from my Wolf Hydra color palette, and I'm just going to flick out that tail a little bit more. And now I'm going to be taking the green from my Hydra color palette, and I'm just going to be emphasizing the shadow on that one with a more vibrant liquid color. For the lips, it is going to be more of a marbled, artistic kind of look. I'm mostly just following the face chart and putting the colors where they belong. And so, for example, I'm going to outline this pink with a purple shade, and then following that, I'm going to add a little bit more of the outline on the outer corner of my lips, following up to the arch of my lip, where I'm going to add a little bit more definition. Taking my blue body paint, I'm now going to mix that with a little bit of my teal, just so I can get more of a livelier blue color, and I'm just going to outline the outer corner of my lip again, right over top of that purple. Now I'm going to take the teal color strictly over on the other side of my lip and just outline that lower lip as well. I then mix some teal with white just so I can get even a lighter blue just to outline the very center of my lip, both the bottom lip and the tip of the arch. I am then going to take pink and smudge that on the middle bottom part of my lip. I'm then going to tap my lips together just so we can get more of a blended effect, and I'm taking the red body paint to do the dripped effect that Milk had in his face chart. Taking my white body paint, I am just painting on the highlights on my lip and trying to make them look as illustrated as possible. Taking that same body paint, I am also going to create little dots in between my starbursts on both the lower and upper parts of my eye. I'm also going to put a few extra dots over my lid just to give more of that highlighted, three-dimensional wet look. Now going back to our lips, we are going to take a black body paint and outline both the upper and lower lip just so it has more of the illustrated ink art kind of effect. We're then going to take our blue body paint and add some freckles all over our face. I got this by taking a black body paint and a blue body paint and mixing them together. I am then taking a white body paint, blue body paint, and teal body paint, mixing those together just so I have a little more variety with the other freckles. We're then going to move on to our eyes. Again, we're going to be curling our eyelashes with this Tarte eyelash curler. Then we're going to be taking the NYX blue colored mascara and put those on our eyelashes, and then we are also going to take our Tarte Tardiest mascara in black and put that over top as well. Following that, we are just going to go ahead and put on our fake eyelashes. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies. I love these eyelashes so much. I think they're incredibly affordable and comfortable for the price. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with my Kiss Lash Glue. And while we are letting those lashes dry, we are going to take a quick, much needed dance break. Taking my NYX Ink Black Liner, I'm just going over the band of those eyelashes just so it blends into my natural lash seamlessly. I'm then going to add a quick coat of MAC lip gloss just so our lips can have a glossy finish. And that is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! And I'm just gonna... The tip to brows is to use the brush on the other end to blend it out. I could not give you better advice than this, is that you draw it, and it's kind of like, then you erase it. And you know, like when you're on paper, and like you draw a line, and then you erase it, and it's like a smudge? You want to do that to your eyebrows. That is the goal. That is